So I just walked in here with Matt. He was doing a little bit of the clean up on the port work, and he decided to just check the seat clearance on the cams. And as you can see, the cams do hit. So what are you going to do? We're going to just...
So we're going to die grinder out and just clearance the camshafts. So I've marked it for where the cams hit with the texter. And we'll go in here with the die grinder and we'll just clean up those edges and get that cam to spin.
Beautiful.
Intake cam, this one here. You can actually cycle the action, so that's the valve open, so that's how much lift you're going to get.
Yeah.
That's fucking heaps, man. Holy shit.
Is it going to hit the piston, you reckon?
Maybe. You want to see something cool? That SR20VE there, that's the valve's open at full lift there.
Yeah.
Then when I put VVL on, that's the difference. So they've got variable valve lift. So I hold the latch in and then I wind the cam over so that when the latch is down it opens them up. And you have more than that. So that valve is open full lift, yeah?
I reckon mine's more than that.
Look bro, look how much the cunt's got. Okay, so let's go to full lift. That's full lift there.
That's not as much, man.
You reckon? Mate, that's a lot of lift, bro. The whole valve head is out the fucking thing. Okay, look at it this way. I took a photo. That's if you look down the head square. Like look from here across.
Yep. Okay, I get you.
That's it there. Have a go. Hold on. Oh, there's a cat in the bed. Have a go there.
Yeah.
This whole valve head's out, bro. That's huge. Man, I haven't done a foray in a long time like this. Not like this. Not this much lift. It's been 6 years, I reckon. That's awesome. That's so exciting. That just says power. That is so cool. Let's have a look at the exhaust. I'm keen to see an exhaust. The exhaust came in. Let's do same on the exhaust side. So let's have a look at it where it comes up on a full lift.
I think you're going to like that.
That's massive. And we've still got another mill.
Yeah.
By the time we put the fucking right size bucket in there, we're going to get some serious lift out of it. That is hot as shit. That's full lift. That's awesome. Yeah, man.
Plus, what did you say, like a couple more mil because...
We're going to lose, yeah, we've lost the mill due to shim thickness. Look how much there is in it, man. Like I can get a feeler gauge in there. This might take...
Oh yeah, there's like more than a mil, man.
Let's go straight to a mil. Let's see if a mil fits in. So let's get... This is 22 thous, half a mil, yeah? Just over half a mil. Yeah, that's just over half a mil.
Yeah, so you got
Mills, we've still got mills in it. Yeah, so we're really...
It's called filler gauge. Or do you just bend it and do it?
No, there's a design that way. Cool. They're designed for this shit. Okay, so let's go...
Put a bunch together.
Yeah, I'll stack two. So let's go between 26 and a 27. So that's 1.25 mil. Okay, so we're close at 1.25. Close.
Yeah.
So, shit. We're still going to have another mil on top of that of lift when we fucking get the right shim in there. When we get the right bucket in there.
Yeah.
Because, you can feeler gauge, but when you start stacking up feeler gauges, you're going to get incorrection. Because when I give this back to you, I wanted to say they're all 12, not 13, 12, 15, 16, 12. My tolerance is 1 thou either side of the size I want. So if I say the tolerance is 10 to 12, 10 to 13, then, 10 to 12, I'm aiming for 11. And if it's 1 thou either side, that's acceptable for me. You're going to see 10, 10, 10, 10, 9, 10, 10, 10.
But doesn't that come down to how your seats have been cut?
It comes down to how you've shimmed it, the base circle on the camshaft, how the seats have been cut, how the valves have been faced. It comes down to a lot of things, but at the end of the day, I'm trying to get my tappet settings all the same, so there's no loud ticking in the head. Because one shim, so say I had 10, 10, 10, 15, 10, 10, 9, 10,
Yeah.
that 15 you're going to hear.
Yeah.
It's going to be noisy as fuck.
Yeah.
Because you're listening, you hear this, but then you're going to hear
Okay.
and it's that one that's going to fucking shit you.
Yeah.
So when I give a head back, 1/1000 variance on my sizing is all I accept. If it's wrong, I buy again. Because the other thing you do is if you cut the seat a lot deeper, you sink the valve into the cylinder head, but then that also brings the valve tip up.
Yeah.
But I know that as a machinist myself, I wouldn't want to sink that valve below the surface, because right now, see how where the valve face is above the surface?
Yeah.
That gives us a good cylinder sweep. So as soon as that valve cracks, as soon as this valve comes down like that, we're already exhausting gas.
It's got somewhere to go.
Yeah. And we're not. It's
If
not
it was-
trying to turn a sharp corner to go out and
If it
around.
was recessed, it would
Yeah,
have-
yeah, that super sharp edge,
Yeah.
which bad. Interesting stuff, but hey,
Yeah, it's interesting how the valve gets skinnier.
they're trying to get more air in.
That's what I mean. Like,
Yeah,
it's
cool,
interesting
isn't it?
how like there's less restriction because there's going to be more air coming past.
Yeah,
it's
compare
cool.
that to your factory valve. Look at the factory valve. Terrible fucking shit.
Yeah, it's
So she's taken it somewhere.
oh yeah.
That's what we want to see, man.
Yeah. Yeah, she's gonna make some noise. It's funny when I've seen heads come out of other workshops and they've shimmed them, and the shims have been so far out that you can noticeably see one valve
Oh, really?
is sitting
Yeah.
lower.
Shit.
Like you literally see
Yeah.
this valve lower than that one. Like I could put a straight edge across that because
They're the same, yeah.
they're zero difference between them. But
Yeah.
like say this one here is 2,000 a difference between the two, so you can't see that, not in a valve height. So we've got the guide that guides the seal down. If you run the spring on the seal, what happens is the spring generally will get caught up on the inside here. So see how this goes down? It actually sits square against the face here.
Yep.
If you run a spring on it, might not do it on this valve stem seal. It does. See how the spring gets caught? And I have to push past it.
Yep.
What that does is as it goes up inside the hole here, it actually deforms the flat face on the inside of the seal here.
Okay.
So without that spring in place, you can actually guarantee that you're pushing square. Like I can push that down very easily. It's
Yep.
where if you do it like this, when I belt that with a hammer, it actually will deform the seal. So you'll
Okay.
actually have a seal that eventually will come off the valve guide and will actually travel, rather than slip through the valve like this, it will actually travel up and down like this when it's removed from the guide. When that happens, you get a pumping action that actually gets oil up in here and then will suck oil down every D-stroke of the valve. You'll actually consume oil, burn it, and it'll go out the exhaust of smoke. So one of the little tricks you do, remove the spring, install the seal, tap the seal into place with a hammer. You hear the seal go home, remove the tool. And if you look inside here, you can see the seal's nice and home. It's very difficult to see through a camera, but you're actually trying to look behind the seal onto the top of the valve guide. You actually see she's nice and square. The trick is to use a probe like so, with the seal in place. Let the seal spring slide down. Run your finger around like so. Springs back on the seal. It's installed correctly.
Trying to see it. It's hard to see. There we go. And we're also using Supertech seals, right?
Yeah, so Supertech valve stem seals are pretty good. OEM's good quality. I wouldn't use anything but OEM for front main, rear main seals. Any sort of engine seal, OEM you can't compete. But when it comes to valve stem seals, Supertech really just do have such a better quality product than OEM.
Yep.
They've adapted with the technology of fuels and things like that, so they don't overcome. The ethanol doesn't actually overcome the material and harden it, as where like the standard style OEM rubber will actually harden the seal and eventually it will crack and leak. So using modern valve stem seals is quite a benefit. You'll actually find you won't be burning oil through these sorts of engines.
Beautiful.
Turbo and non-turbo.
Good to know.
Yeah.
So the valves are also Supertech valves.
Yeah,
And-
so we have 1 mil oversized intake valves and 2 mil oversized exhaust valves.
Yep.
They're actually called the Atlantic valves, they actually they're a copy of the Formula Atlantic valve size back from the 80s when they used to race the Formula Atlantic series.
Yep.
So they're actually an adaptation of that, so you can actually go out and build your Formula Atlantics spec 4A GEs. The problem one of the problems with the 4A GEs is they were under-engineered in their valve diameter sizes.
Yep.
And one of the benefits that you can really gain from them is porting the exhaust up
Yep.
a lot larger,
Yep.
just in overall volume and size, and then oversizing the valves and then cutting the seats to suit that.
Yep.
That gives a much more flow. And with these specific engines, one of the things they suffer from is not getting gas out. Very easily take the gas in, but getting it out is another thing. And getting it out helps with cylinder clear, and that really does help making horsepower.
Beautiful.
A lot of people, when they port cylinder heads, they won't go through the valve guide. See how I ported through the valve guide? A lot of guys won't do that. I think it's fucking
I know
so beneficial.
Like there's nothing stopping it.
Feel the valve action now. Like put your finger underneath and run the valve action.
Yeah.
It's nice and smooth.
Smooth as
I can feel this one.
It feels good when it actually seals, eh?
Yeah.
It's properly
Yeah.
seals, eh?
And feel this one.
That's
This is
dry.
completely dry.
Oh, bloody hell.
Yeah, that's the difference between oiling your valves and not, because I'm trying to oil them for the first startup.
Yep.
So when I do it, I'll oil, and this is what a lot of people won't do this. So you just sort of give the valve a rub off like that. You put it on the set steel like this, then you run it around the valve face. Because this is raw metal and that's raw metal, if you sit this, say you put the motor in the car with no throttles or anything on it, moisture gets between here and there.
Yep.
And rusts the cunt into the seat and fucks your valve seal. So if you just put a little bit of oil on like that, mate, when you fire this thing up, she won't have any rust. And once she's got fuel in there and the throttles on and all that, moisture will never get down there.
I'm glad you like the cans.
Oh, fucking frothing, bro. Fucking make some power, bro. After I seen that lift, I was like comparing it to that. I was like, what has got? Hot lift. Really hot lift.
So it's obviously substantially more than what the
What I see a lot of,
190
yeah.
sees,
What I see a lot of, put it that way. Which is good because it means we're going to make power.
These are nice, aren't
Which ones?
they? These are they retainers for the
Titanium.
springs? Yeah.
Have a feel.
Fucking hell, they're nice.
Nothing there.
There is nothing. It's like a piece of cardboard.
You don't feel nothing, hey?
It's beautiful.
Very cool.
Well, that's it for this video, guys. If you liked the video, be sure to like, comment and subscribe. And if you'd like to see part 3 and 4 of this engine build, hit that notification bell. Thanks, guys.